Hello everyone. I want to demonstrate a feature on Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator. It's called Intertwine. It's under Object, Intertwine, right here. Okay? And step one, I want you to create 3 or 4 shapes. I'm going to choose the ellipse tool. And I'm going to hold down Shift with my left hand on my Mac, and that'll constrain the circle. What does constrain mean? If I let go of my left hand, I can create an ellipse, but it's hard to create a perfect circle. So to create a perfect circle, I want to just hold down Shift. So the XY coordinates of this circle are the same. It's even. It's a circle. And then once I like the size, I'm going to let it go. So right now it's fill white with a black stroke around the shape, the path, this enclosed path. And I want to change the path, the fill, to none. So that little crossbar right there, that means none, but the stroke around this, I want it to be a color. Let's start off with a red or a pink. And let's go ahead and change the stroke, the thickness of the line around it, so we can see it. So we'll make that 10 points. Okay. Next, I'm going to copy this circle and overlap the second copy with the first one. So I'm going to click, go to my direct selection tool, hold down, select it, and then I want to hit Shift Option with my left hand. And what that does is allows me to copy, the option allows me to copy the original shape. And the Shift keeps the shape from on the same baseline. So if I let go of Shift, you notice I can move it up and below, but if I hold down Shift, it constrains it to the same eye level. So that's just handy for you to know. Okay, I'm going to release my mouse or my trackpad, and here I have two copies. I mean, one copy of the original, so I have 2 circles. And now I can hit Command D. That means duplicate my last action. So now I have 4 circles overlapping each other. And the last one is the top one, top layer, lower layer as it goes to the left. Now you don't have to do it that way. You can just hold, you can hit select your object, Command C, Command V. Do that 3 times total. And then now you have, oops, that didn't do it. 1 second. Command C, Command V, Command V, Command V. There we go. Multiple pastes, that gives you your multiple shapes and forms. I want these to be overlapping on the same baseline, so I'm going to select Shift Option Duplicate. There we go. Now I'm going to change the color for each of these. So the second one, let's make a green. Third one, let's make it blue. Let's do a blue. And the last one, we will do an orange. So you see how the orange is overlapping the blue is overlapping the green, and the green is overlapping the fuchsia. So what I want to do is right now, if I go to Object Intertwine, I can't use the Intertwine tool. So I need to select all of these objects. Or you can hit Command A, or I don't know what the equivalent key on the PC is, but just hit select all. I can lasso them, select all of them. And once I select them, then I go to the object, under Intertwine, and hit Make. All right, now you notice the little cursor turned into a lasso tool. So let's zoom in. And let's see here. Okay, where do I want to intertwine? So right here on the bottom, I can do it up here or up here. Where they overlap, I'm going to create a little circle, lasso that area. And notice how the tool easily puts the green behind the fuchsia. Now they look like they're intertwining, interlaced with each other. Up here on the second one, I'm going to overlap where these two meet up here. And then down here, I'm going to intertwine the bottom one. So now it looks different, doesn't it? It looks like four rings intertwined with each other. And if I go to the direct selection tool, the white selection tool, or the black one, notice how when I move out of those zones, the illusion goes away. So it has to be specific to where I determine where they were to intertwine with each other. So what I would like you to do is for you to create four different shapes, three or four different shapes, and I want you to demonstrate this property, this option in Illustrator. And you can use triangles, you can use squares, and demonstrate how they intertwine with each other with these shapes with lines. Okay, and you can make the thickness as thick as you want, but you want to make it thick enough, the line, that you can actually see the intertwine property, because if it's too thin, it's really barely noticeable. So that will be your task. That's your goal. This is good for you to use for illustrations, for logos and patterns.